in our marketing materials, we talk a lot about Resurgo helps self-employed women overcome 3 of the 4 biggest obstacles to growing and scaling their businesses at the rates of men. The 4 obstacles that we are focusing on, of course, there's very many, there's quite a lot. One of them is lack of access to funding and resources. So studies show there's tons of research out there that shows that female entrepreneurs don't get bank loans as often, whether it's personal or for business. We don't receive venture capital funding as often. And we get less than 5% of venture capital money. So that's one huge barrier, is access to resources. Over 80% of self-employed women tend to fund their businesses on their credit card. So we can't do anything about that at Resurgo. Unfortunately, we aren't a bank, so we are looking at tackling the other 3 issues. One of the biggest ones is isolation. Female entrepreneurs tend to operate micro businesses. They tend to have smaller firms. They tend to be working at home and balancing their work life with their home life, such as taking care of children, etc. So because of that, isolation is a serious factor that has negative consequences, not just for the mental health and the well-being of the female entrepreneurs, but as well for a lack of access to social capital. So knowing the right people, getting introduced to the right people, and those types of things is an impediment for female entrepreneurs. So Resurgo addresses that by plugging you into a community that gets it. There's hundreds of women on our wait list right now. So your tribe is definitely waiting for you, as well as you will get access to a performance pod of a smaller group of women that are there to encourage you, to support you, to brainstorm with you, keep you accountable, and introduce you to whoever you need to get introduced to in order to help achieve your goals. You also get paired up with an accountability partner. So in that way, you get access to a large group, a medium-sized group, and one-on-one support, all included in the price of the app. In addition, we do offer one-on-one and group affordable therapy sessions in order to combat any mental health stuff that may have occurred because of isolation. The second biggest barrier is overwhelm, simply because female entrepreneurs typically have a very high workload. They are balancing work and home life, typically doing hours and hours of additional labor to take care of elders, the home, children, etc. So overwhelm is a serious issue. We have created a feature that's actually a really fun game to play, which will help you beat overwhelm. By meeting with your accountability partner on a regular basis and plugging into your performance pod, you'll be able to sort through the huge workload, identify your priorities, figure out what to delegate, and how to manage your tasks in a way that increases your performance. The third is gender obstacles. So there is tons of research that shows that women, period, as well as self-employed women, do experience gender obstacles, beginning at bias and going all the way to gender violence. And those inputs into a woman's life do make it difficult to do well, both personally and professionally. So we do have a therapy model in there. We do come from a place of understanding that gender bias is actually real. The entire platform is based on 4 years of research and over 200 independent studies that have been evaluated to ascertain what the barriers to female entrepreneurs doing well are. So the entire platform is built to address the gender bias. So there's training, little mini trainings that we do have available at Resurgo, where you can get information on how common some of the symptoms are, how common some of the situations are, and what to do to mitigate the negative implications of experiencing gender bias.